Hello, and welcome to another edition of Barca Fan Voice. Today we've got some good news at last. Football's on its way back. In Germany, in the Bundesliga, they're set to return to competition on May the 16th, just 8 days away. While in Spain, the league could be back on June the 20th, so put that one in your diary, according to Javier Aguirre, the Leganés coach. And today at Barca, the players will return to training. The new protocols have been put in place, and they're ready to go. According to Sport, the Ciudad Esportiva Joan Gamper will slowly take steps back towards normal activity on Friday, that's today, when the players are next due in for the start of individual training sessions. Players have planned individual workouts, including ball work for each member of the squad. The number of players on the pitch at any one time will be limited, and social distancing will be respected throughout. The players should arrive in their kit and return home to shower afterwards. If everything goes to plan, Barca and the rest of La Liga hope to return to smaller group sessions soon, before working out as normal at the beginning of June, with the league hopeful of restarting next month. And there's more good news as reports come through that all the Barca players have been declared clean of the coronavirus. However, it's not all great. The return to football without fans is going to seem very sad. I know we're all looking forward to it, but it's going to be very strange when it finally happens with no fans in the stadiums. And it still remains to be seen where these games will be played. In England, there's a lot of talk about playing the games at neutral grounds to avoid fans gathering outside the stadiums. But of course, not everyone's happy about this. Brighton and Hove Albion have complained. Fighting relegation, they've got 9 games remaining, 5 of which are at home, so they're obviously not happy, as they see they'll be at a disadvantage. But obviously it's going to be hard to keep everybody happy. We've also seen some strange suggestions, well, perhaps not so strange. There seems to be an understanding that there could be many injuries to players when they return to full competition. So there have been suggestions that perhaps there could be games played of less than 45 minutes each way. And another suggestion being put forward is the idea of 5 substitutions. Well, if it reduces injuries, then it can't be a bad thing. But are either of these changes really necessary? So while at last there is some good news, the pace of the return to proper football and playing games in front of fans is quite frustrating. Some of this seems crazy. It seems clear now that some of the initial projections to justify the lockdown were vastly overestimated. Yet there is no readjustment to the government's behaviour. Hey, and if you think it's just me missing football and wanting to get back to football and not worrying about the consequences of the coronavirus, forget it. I believe for some time now that the consequences of the lockdown will be much worse than any consequences of the virus. Another say, I'm not just making this up. Listen to Elon Musk on Joe Rogan last night, you YouTube fans. I'm sure you know about Joe Rogan. According to Elon Musk, the mortality rate is much, much less than the World Health Organization predicted. And in his words, it's by a factor of at least 10, maybe 50, than the original projections. But I'll wrap it up for today. Forgive me if I don't want to talk about the transfer rumours. After 7 weeks of it, it's all a bit pointless, really. The only thing that seems clear is there are some negotiations between Barca and Juventus. The latest rumour is that Barca are interested in the Juventus player Pjanic, but apparently Juventus want Arthur Melo, and Barca want to offload Rakitic or Vidal. So it seems they're still a long way from coming to an agreement. But that's all from me today. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll be back with more on Monday. Until then, Biskel Barca and bye for now.